How you doing, folks? Tom with Midwest Gold Fever, and on today's episode I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it into this so we can get more gold at the beach. Stay tuned. Alright folks, so what we're making today is called a beach pan. And let me disclaimer first off and foremost that this is not my idea. This was not something I invented. This was something that I saw Jason the Flower Gold Wizards had used at the beach, and then I've seen it a couple other places and a couple other people had it, and I'll show a clip of that here. And we used them down in Lake Superior with John and Bonnie when we went up there to Lake Muscalong, and they work ridiculously good for panning and separating blonde sands from black beach sands. I think if you had a sandy location anywhere, really, you could probably use it. But you fill it with black sand, or material, you give it a shake and wet it out, and then you can run it all out, and it will, the gold and the black sand will hide down in these little pockets, and then you can empty it out. It just makes running material so much quicker when it comes to beach material or sandy material. Would you use this in a creek? I think Jason did try to do it, and it just didn't work. If you have any clay or anything like that, it's not going to work well. So let's get started and get these made, because I need them. So what we have here is we have just a regular old XP Classifier and a piece of conveyor belt mat, basically. And so we would take this, pop this on here just like so, and we'll come around here and mark it with a Sharpie, and we have that. Then we take our trusty knife, cut it, poof, there you have it. We have a round, and that round will fit right in there, just like that. Pretty cool. So next thing we want to do is we're going to mark on the outside here where we want to cut it. And the best way I think to do that is just to go down these edges here. Now on my first one, I cut a little low. I went to this bottom lip, and by the time you set the mat in there, it's kind of low. And I want to have a little bit more material up on the sides this time. So I'm going to come up here a little higher up. Not going to get exact science here on it, folks. Don't see the point in doing that. I'm going to come down here. I think we can, let's see, we'll find our spot right there. Yeah, kind of close. And then we're going to come across even with this, and that'll give us our opening right there. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a Dremel and I'm going to cut this out, and be right back. And disappeared. She went up that mountain just like I feared. Come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake for me one more time. There we have our opening. Not too graceful, but so I'll take a little blade, and I'm not gonna worry about this too much on this edge being rough, because I mean it's gonna have sand and gravel going over it like constantly. So my guess is that first couple times that it goes through there, we'll actually take care of that. There we have that in there. See here, I got a little bit more of a lip this time. I didn't want to take it past these here because I was worried about maybe losing some structure in it. And I want to be able to really kind of roughhouse it a little bit when I'm out there. So there's that part. Next part, we're going to glue RBT silicone gasket maker sealer all over these, and then we're going to put it on here, and we're going to seal up the edges, and we'll see what it looks like then. So I done messed up this one here. Poked a hole accidentally with my razor knife. So this one's been kind of hard to work and squeeze out. But I've got a fresh tube that I can use. But you basically want to run all these, and you don't have to worry about 110 percent coverage. Just get it worked in there, so when you put this on there, it'll squeeze down. It should fill any gaps you have as well. Yeah, this takes a few minutes to do. This is
right by my side. Punch your shame right by my side. All right, all right.
It doesn't have to go on thick at all, actually. Just hitting a few of them that I missed pretty good, and then I'll pop this in. We'll try to get the direction of the lines going crossways into the hole. And then I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna put a brick on it and put it on the floor and let it get kind of sit there and get right. And then I'll bring you back when I'm going to do the bead around the edge in a little while. All right, this has been sitting now. Nice and set up, so it's stuck to it good. And we're gonna go around now with a brand new tube of this stuff here, this gasket maker. And get it started here. Stuff's not easy to squeeze out of here all the time. Stuff's probably old too. Let's see, but I'm gonna go run up in this corner right here, and I'm just basically gonna squeeze it out as I rotate. Nice thick bead down inside there. All right, then we're just going to take a finger and do like we do caulk. All right, that's it, folks. Now we need to take it somewhere and test her out. Lucky for me, I know just the spot. Whoa, that was easy. Let's see if that works if I can go to Hawaii now. No, not Hawaii, just the creek. I'll take it. Anyway, I'm down here at the creek. As you see, it is a beautiful day. The low humidity, we had a front move through yesterday, and I wanted to just bring this down for a quick test. I'm standing on a big sandbar right here. As you can see, it's all sandy and it's full of shells, and got some black sand in it as well. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a few scoops in this, and I'm gonna take it over to the edge and run it through and get the black sand concentrated down, and then we're gonna pan it out. I don't necessarily expect to find gold today here because I'm just gonna dig on top of this. I'm not digging down into bedrock or anything crazy like that. But I wanted to make sure that this sealed up good. I wanted to make sure that it's holding together good and the test out here, because I'd rather do it here than up at the UP in Michigan on Lake Superior and be stuck with a broken tool. So let's check it out, folks. Got us a full pan here. Get wet. Get it stratified down real good. Get all that good stuff down in those pockets. Now we're just going to hand it out. Oh, that piece of glass, we're gonna definitely get rid of that.
that up by our stuff so we can take that out of here. Oh, glad somebody didn't step on that. There you see, you get it down to the concentrates here. Works pretty good. I don't expect a ton of black sand in this stuff right here. Again, folks, just taking it off the top. Want to do a little test. You can see right there, cleaned it out pretty quick. There's some blonde sand in there just because this is where I'm at. But when we get up to the Lake Michigan, or Lake Superior, excuse me, there won't be. So let's see what's in it. See if I can do this with a floating pan and keep it from floating. But you basically just take it like this. Get this moved up here a little bit. There we go. Give her a good splash out. Put that over there. And we'll see what's up. Again, I don't necessarily think there'd be any gold in it, but I wanted to make sure it holds together because they get thrown around a lot out on the beach. Alright, as you can see, there's some black sand there. It'd be nice to have a little. Oh, there is one right there. I just seen it. Oh, come on. I had a horsefly in my face. See if I can get that gold back up there, folks. I just saw a little fly poop. I'm pretty happy with that. I ran it a couple times, folks. There's a little fly poop right there. It's micro. Yep, there's two. There's two pieces right here. One right here, the end of my finger. Oh, sorry, that's great camera work, folks. There's another one right there at the end of my finger. There's one right here at the end of my finger. Wow. Pretty cool. I like the way it works. Looks like it's going to hold together good. All right, folks. I like the way it worked. It's held together good. I don't feel any soft spots in it where it's bouncing and maybe didn't adhere. I can see where it squished out the bottoms and sides and filled all the gaps and everything, and you can't push on it. The sides are sealed up good. Pretty happy with it. A couple little fly poops in that, just that what you saw off the surface, but which is kind of unexpected, but I'll take it. So this is I don't have a mic on right now. You might notice that it sounds different. That's because my dumb ass, when I was getting this shot set up, dropped my mic extender thing on the ground and it got wet on the end, and now it won't work until I get it back home dried out. As Kara would say, wah, wah, wah. But anyway, I appreciate you coming along, folks. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And I'm excited. I made 3 of these pans, one for me, one for Kara, and one for Chris. So we can put them all 3 of us can be at work up there in Lake Superior, our upcoming trip. And we can bring home some really good concentrates because we had a really good gold up there the last time. So again, y'all have a great day, and we will see you on the next one, folks.